Yo, 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 it's your boy RayMabry. And on today's topic, we're going to talk about, is wholesaling dead? That's right. Is wholesaling just a niche that's no longer viable now because things have changed? Or is it a business that you can still make tremendous profits from? All right, so that's what we're going to discuss. But before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is RayMabry. I'm a full-time real estate entrepreneur. Been in the game over 8 years now, and I've seen a lot of things change within these past 8 years. A lot of things to the point where now they're bringing regulations to certain states that's making it harder to assign contracts. And so, therefore, from that sense, I wouldn't say it's dead. However, I will say that you are going to have to start doing things a lot differently. Meaning that ideally, when you find a property, you lock it up and you assign that property or that contract, that is, not the property, the contract, to a cash buyer, and you get what you call an assignment fee. Well, with some of these new regulations that's coming through certain states, they want you to be able to do what you call a double close, which means that you have to have the funds and resources to do the A to B transaction between you and the seller. So you can turn around and do a B to C transaction between you and the buyer. So that's something that, and actually, in my opinion, I think it's not a bad idea because what has hurt this industry a lot here recently is you have a lot of inexperienced investors and wholesalers coming through, and they're just locking properties up with no intent to even try to find a buyer, or they're offering to pay the sellers maybe retail for their properties, and they can't get the price that they need to wholesale it to an end buyer. So therefore, they have to go back and cancel the contract with the seller, or maybe even try to go back and get a price reduction, which that happens from time to time, but sometimes that's people's business model. So from that standpoint, it just makes it a lot tougher. So the short answer is no, wholesaling is not dead. However, you will need to start doing things a lot differently. I recommend learning other strategies and techniques, more from a creative standpoint. Maybe doing like some type of lease option, or sub two is a little more advanced. I probably wouldn't recommend that if you're a newbie, because now you actually getting the title transferred in your name or your company's name. And once again, if you don't have the resources or the knowledge to navigate through that, I think you can sometimes make things a lot worse when you start, transferring the deeds and stuff into your name from the seller. So probably not a sub two, lease option, maybe some seller financing type things that could possibly work for you. But all in all, in my opinion, I recommend, in order to navigate through the wholesaling waters now, the way things are, it's better if you have a private investor, or someone on your side that can help fund the deals. Therefore, when you go to the seller and you're negotiating with them, and let's say you agree on an $80,000 price point to the seller, well, even if the property is worth $150,000 or even $200,000, which is a great deal, if you have someone that can legit, fund the deal at $80,000, that gives you more confidence and more security to go in, on that deal, because you know that you will be able to close on it, even if you turn around and resell it to an end buyer, put it on the market, whatever. I think the best way to do it now is to try to find, some type of private investor or private funding where you can have money at your disposal when you're negotiating on these deals. Not hard money. Hard money is something totally different, to where, with the fees and stuff, sometimes it's not even worth using hard money. But if you got somebody, say, that has some extra money sitting around, maybe in a savings account or IRA, something that, they're getting low returns on it, and you build a relationship and build rapport with this individual, and you're able to, securely protect their money and get good deals. I think the best way to do wholesaling now moving forward is to go in with your own cash, and then that gives you just a lot more options when it comes to selling the property. All right, so no, wholesaling is not dead. However, I definitely think you need to do things a lot differently than you have done before in the past. Stay tuned. I'm going to talk to you more about other strategies and techniques to help you become successful in your real estate business. And it's not just going to be with wholesale, it's going to be real estate as a whole, because you don't need to be a one-trick pony. You need to have different strategies to help navigate through the deals, because believe it or not, in this day and age, it's still a seller's market, which means a lot of times sellers are not motivated to sell their property 40, 50, 60 cents on the dollar. So therefore, if you say you have to pay 70%, 85%, 80, 85% on the dollar, as long as there's the property's in a great area, and you can still make a profit and still give the seller what they need, that still could be a viable deal, which traditional wholesaling, it normally doesn't work when you're buying a property at 80 cents on the dollar, all right, 80% of the value. It just normally doesn't work. But not to say you can't do things creative. That's why I recommend learning more strategies other than just wholesaling, getting properties at deep discounts. Anyways, thank you for your time. Stay tuned. I will be uploading more videos on the days to come, so stay tuned. Make sure you like, subscribe to the video, tell others about it, and I hope you have a great and marvelous day. This is your boy RayMabry, about to sign off. Until next time, peace.